It's the final week before the Christmas break, and there's been so much news coming out of the Ontario Hockey League these last 24 hours, and the news just keeps on coming. We just saw the biggest suspension handed out for the season, and that's coming out of the London Knights and Sault Ste. Marie game on Sunday. The league announcing this afternoon that Sawyer Boulton has been handed a 10-game suspension for a hit to the head on Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds captain Bryce McConnell Barker. And as a result of injury, they say, and the hit to the head of a vulnerable opponent, the league says Sawyer Boulton will be assessed a 10-game suspension for that play. And I know that there's a lot of animosity right now between the Greyhounds and the Knights, two very tough teams in the Western Conference. It was a very close game. Also in that hockey game, controversy in regards to a goal from Jack Beck. It looks like the play may have been offside, but they still allowed the goal. I know the London Knights not too happy about that situation either. So a lot coming out of one game at the GFL Memorial Gardens. And this is also a week after we had the situation between Sault Ste. Marie and Kingston, where there was a too many men on the ice goal that was allowed and was under review, even though you're not supposed to review that. The league came out and said there were errors in that. The league has not yet said anything about the offside goal that happened in favor of the Sioux Greyhounds, but that's two incidents over the same weekend involving the Sioux Greyhounds. But at this point, we do hope that Bryce McConnell Barker will be okay. You never want to see a player injured like that. And as for Sawyer Boulton, this is now his second significant suspension of the season. He was signed by the London Knights back in October, and then in a game against Owen Sound, he got a 3-game suspension for a staged fight with Jackson Stewart. I know that one was a little questionable because the fight wasn't right off the face-off, and I don't know if that should have been considered a staged fight, but either way, Sawyer Boulton was suspended 3 games for that incident, and now he's been suspended for the hit on Bryce McConnell Barker. So 10-game suspension for him. So it's tough times right now for the London Knights. They got a lot of players right now at the World Juniors. You need your depth players to get through this little stretch, as you're going to be missing players like Denver Barkey, Easton Cowan, Oliver Bonk, Casper Holtonen. So it's a tough spot right now, and now you're losing Sawyer Boulton for the next 10 games. He won't be back until the middle of January, closer to the OHL trade deadline, which is set for January 10th. So tough news there, but we'll also wait and see what the league does in regards to that offside call, if they're going to have any sort of statement similar to like they did for the game between Sault Ste. Marie and Kingston. And some other news that came out, the St. Louis Blues announced that they fired Craig Berube as head coach. And when you do have a coach move out, a new one comes in, and they've named interim head coach Bannister. He's going to be taking over on an interim basis. And for Drew Bannister, he used to coach in the Ontario Hockey League. He was with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He actually had a pretty good run with Sault Ste. Marie. He had a record of 136, 50, and 18 over 3 seasons, and actually was behind the bench when the Greyhounds went to the Western Conference Championship in 2018. So congratulations to Bannister, and he'll be behind the bench for the St. Louis Blues Thursday night when they take on the Ottawa Senators. So it is really cool when you see even coaches moving up into the professional ranks. I know he was also with Springfield as a head coach, but with Berube moving out, he'll take over that spot. So pretty good for him. So it's always exciting when we see players make it to the NHL, but even for head coaches and whatnot, it's also pretty exciting. So Bannister given the interim tag. So that's the news right now. I'm sure with the way this week has been, we might hear something else between now and the end of the day. No trades to report right now, just the suspension to Sawyer and the coaching change with the St. Louis Blues with Bannister. So let me know your thoughts down below in regards to either of these news items. Don't forget. See, I'm tripping over my own words. I've been busy these last couple days with news videos. But anyways, thank you for your support. We do have a couple of interviews coming up, and you'll want to stay tuned for that. So make sure you hit like and subscribe so you're notified about when those interview videos are posted. So again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again soon.